I wanted to make a video about the time I accidentally went carnivore. And I should probably back up and say first, I went to Burger King, not to go carnivore, but just to go to Burger King. And I went through drive-through and I ordered a Whopper. And, I didn't get the fries, I didn't get a soda, none of that stuff, just a Whopper. And then as I was ordering, I was thinking maybe I should get 2 Whoppers. I could eat one today and then save one for later. And then they told me it would be $18. And I thought, no. I think you charged me wrong. I'm not getting the combo meal. I just want the Whopper. And they're like, no, that's the right price. And I was thinking like $18 for 2 Whoppers. So I was like, okay, I drove on up ready to pay. I was thinking I'm going to double check that receipt because I'm pretty sure they charged me wrong, but they did not. 2 Whoppers plus the tax they charge here in Washington. It was $18 and I was pretty shocked about that. And maybe it's been a while since I've ate fast food, but it was kind of like prices have really gone up. I can't imagine how much it would have been if I had gotten the drink and the fries and all that. So then I noticed in my area, there was a local butcher that was selling, basically it was like a box of hamburger patties. I think it was like 48 hamburger patties for $30. And I did the math in my head and I was like, wow, that's like really cheap per patty. I mean, way cheaper than Burger King. So I was like, I think I'll buy these. They were frozen, they came in a box, and I honestly didn't even know how I was going to cook them because I was like, I don't know if I'm supposed to thaw them first or if you can cook them from frozen. I didn't know if I should season them, if I should go buy the ketchup and the mustard and all that stuff. But I was like, as far as I'm concerned, that's a good deal. I'm going to spend this money because I'm certainly not going back to Burger King. That's ridiculous. $18 for 2 hamburgers? No, thank you. I'll just make my own. Okay, so this is kind of where I said I accidentally went carnivore because what happened was once I bought those burgers, then I was like, I pretty much have to eat burgers every day because I spent my money and that's what I bought and I better use up these burgers before they go bad. I don't think they go bad if you freeze them, but I was kind of like, I'm just gonna have to eat burgers every day. Totally not my intention to go on some all burger diet, and I certainly would not suggest that for you, but that's kind of like, I think most of you who can relate to being poor is sometimes you just can only afford so much and you just eat what you can afford, even if that means you're eating the same thing every single day. So then I ended up eating basically a burger or 2 a day until all 48 patties were used up. What I had noticed though is every day that I was eating the burgers, I started noticing that I was losing weight. So I should probably start off here by saying that the heaviest I've been in this past year is 250 pounds. I'm 5'5". And what I noticed is after my so-called all burger diet, which was not intentional, I lost 10 pounds. And that's great. Totally not my intention to try to lose weight either. It was just more about saving money and eating cheap food. So then, like I've mentioned on this channel, I started GLP-1 and I've lost another additional 10 pounds not eating burgers. But when I say I've heard people talk about the carnivore diet, I've heard about if you eat all meat, you may lose weight, and that's great. What I noticed in just my couple of weeks, it wasn't too many weeks, but just the first week and beyond, I was shocked by how much weight I lost just by eating hamburgers. Now, this is also when I said I didn't even know how I was going to cook them. So the first time I was just like, do I just cook them on the stove? Do I cook them in an oven? Can I cook them on a grill? I was just trying to figure it all out. So the first time I ate the burgers, I just ate it plain, like nothing on them. And they seemed to cook all right. So then after that, I was like, maybe I'll try it with some salt and pepper. And then those turned out all right. And then I ended up buying some seasoning and then putting different seasonings on the burger. So these 48 burger patties, it was almost like every single day I was eating it a different style or a different flavor. I even had an onion, so I chopped up some onion and cooked it with the onion. So I was trying all these different ways to make burger. I think I even bought some mushrooms one day and mixed that in with the burger. That was kind of like my diet, not the best diet out there, but I was losing weight, and so I was shocked by that. So I just thought that I would share this little anecdote because I thought it was silly. Definitely, I'm not recommending it to you, but I don't know if any of you have ever been stuck in a rut where you kind of eat the same thing every day and you realize what you're eating in a way works for you or gives you some sort of result that you didn't intend. But thank you for watching.